What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ScaRy Podcast, Talking ScaRy Podcast, episode number 6. And hello, everybody over in iTunes. We are new to the iTunes scene, the iTunes podcast scene, so I hope you guys welcome us with open arms because we're excited
Who
to be
knew they
presenting.
were accepting everybody's application
Yeah.
in 2019? Who'd have thought? Like, wow, the streaming service that specifically categorizes itself in audio posts wants podcasts.
Wild. So,
Who'd have fucking thought?
as usual, if you guys want to get some ScaRy merch, like this jersey right here, just go down in the link below and you can find the ScaRy merch store. We also have something going on called the Community Highlights series that we're going to be doing on the ScaRy channel. If you guys want to post anything or submit anything ranging from your FPS bangers that you want to hit, some stream highlights, some funny moments that happen to you, you can submit all of those in the link down below and get on the ScaRy channel, which is pretty cool, I would say. And we have a birthday today. One of the guys that is regular on our podcast, his name is Mike Dabstar, and I think he turns 22, 21, I want to say. I think it's 22.
It's a great friendship. Don't even know how old he is.
Shut up, man.
Beautiful.
I think he turns 22 today. I'm not too sure. Mike, don't kill me if I got that wrong.
He's in his 30s now. He's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got liver spots. So, we were talking about this earlier. Gears 5, the game that makes me so fucking mad that I want to punch a wall and then have it go through the wall and deck myself somehow.
This motherfucker was like, I ain't got no money to pay for Gears. I was like, motherfucker, you got $1? He said, what? I said, $1. You got $1.
$1 holla for that Game Pass Ultimate, man.
He said, "No, man, I'm fucking broke the next week." Fucking half hour goes by. He goes, "You know what? I spent $2. I got 2 months."
I forgot about it.
I was like, "Motherfucker." We get in there, we start playing a campaign.
Yep.
It you know, like any story, it'll have certain pacing issues. But Jake got into it, and he wanted to play some horde mode, and we got into horde mode, which I don't understand. Jake has actually seen something and is pretty much a witness to what I've been seeing in a lot of these co-op games, especially when you're playing with a bunch of randos. First map ever that me and Jake played in horde mode in Gears 5. We played to the bitter end. We were taking turns pissing while the other guy was watching the other person, because we're sitting there, we're like, how long does this shit go on? And I was like, I don't remember. I think this just goes on kind of like Killing Floor until you're dead.
Yeah.
And so, we're sitting there, we're taking turns, we're getting all this shit. We make it to level 50. It's like, you got it, dude. You won. And you're like, fucking hell, dude. Full fucking squad. First match ever.
Yeah.
Second match we join. Get to like the third round, everybody drops out. Don't know why. Somebody wanted to play Jack. Just dropped out. Third match, we get in there. Everybody's in. We're all good. We load the map up. We get in there. Everybody drops out again.
Yeah.
It's happened like 10, 15 times.
I swear, dude, it's like the first map you play of anything, they just want to get you hooked, so they put you in with like the best people. And then the second match you play, you're all geared up, you're like, yeah, let's fucking do this. Bam, everybody sucks, they just leave.
Well, because again, I've seen this happen for a while. I think this has to do with the coding inside the game. I think it's trying to match you with other people based on how you play. So,
really,
what I don't like is that, and the more and more I think about it, the more and more I think it's true, because it's too black and white. Like, for instance, me and Jake are pretty decent at games. Jake saw me pull off like fucking 8 headshots in a versus match yesterday.
Yeah.
With a fucking long shot, close quarters.
Yeah.
I'm not too bad. I'm not the best in the world, but when it comes down to it, I'll still rank out MVP in a match or 2.
Yep.
It don't matter, but you know what I mean? Like, so I guess you can call us casual players, not experienced or fucking like gamer, bruh. You know what I mean?
If we're not snorting Mountain Dew and shit like that.
Yeah, so I think it saw how we played, took us, and it said, okay, you're in the casual side of gaming. And it just threw us with like just weird ass people.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell one guy wanted to play as Jack.
Yep.
And then he played for like 5 rounds, and then he said, I don't want to do this shit anymore. He quits out. And not only that, but horde mode is not even explained to you at all.
No, it's not. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but for the new guy, it doesn't really
to a
explain much.
degree. But again, it should at least have some. I don't want to say tutorial mode because
I don't want it
they'll
to hold your hand, you know.
yeah, it'll just drag out for like 5 hours before you're even able to play the game. But there's a fabricator. Me and Jake learned that we could pick it up and move it. We got into a match
Yes.
with a bunch of crazy high level people at one time. And since everybody dropped out, this guy was actually cool enough to start split screen during like the middle of a match, which I was like, wow, man, do we need more of this? Like I miss playing like Call of Modern Warfare 3 with like my buddy. I was like, fuck, man, I'm bored. Do you want to do some split screen online? He's like, fuck yeah, dude. You want to play some zombies? It wasn't zombies. It was oh man, I'm old. This is the only thing I can compare it to is Smear the Queer.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
about. Infected, I think it was.
Ooh, on MW3 where everybody's a zombie, like you kill someone, they turn.
Yeah. So like you start off and like everybody but one guy has a melee knife.
Yes, that's what it is.
And then and so when you kill one guy, that guy turns into another melee guy, and then once everybody's defeated, you see how long you can go for. That was a lot of fun because that again, that was when I was like, wow. I was on my PS3. I was like, you could split screen this shit? I was like, how did you do that? He goes, I just turned on a second controller and hit start, and I'm in. I'm like, yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm in the middle of a match, buddy. Like, I'm actually doing like really well, and you just like cut my screen in half, jackass. Thanks for that.
Like you could do 4-player split screen too, back in those good old Halo days and shit, and like play a match against each other.
Yeah, you could have done that way back in the GoldenEye days too, but it's nice to see it online. So we got with this high level character on this horde mode, and this guy took the fabricator, brought it to one end of the map, and then all the guys just started spawning from the other end of the map.
Yes.
So that's when it clicked in my head. Oh, you can pick up the fabricator, and once you drop it, the spawns will allocate themselves. So if you stick it in the middle, they're going to spawn all around you. I was like, oh, okay. That kind of stuff I would like explain to me. In games like StarCraft, even Warcraft, they'll have like in-game hints like, hey, if you pick that fabricator up and move it, bruh. Like just like little hints. We don't need full tutorial phases, but and then since that wasn't working, we decided to play a round of Escape, which is pretty cool.
Escape is very good. You have to know the level in order to really get into it, though. But I liked it a lot.
I think those are, I don't know if they're preset, but they seem like they're a little randomized. Not fully, because there is like a path you can take, but I think some things are like at least a little bit. And it was like for like a week you could play this one Escape map, and that was pretty decent. And then we got in a versus match. And
before that, and for those of you guys who don't know what Escape is, think of like Left 4 Dead, but very, 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 very dumbed down. And like you have like one save room, and there's like no loading screens.
And you start with just a handgun.
Yeah, and like you can just, it's really cool. And you start with a handgun, and you can pick up guns along the way, find little rooms that you can open, kind of like locker safes. It's pretty cool.
I hope they start making that more of a balanced feature. In this day and age, we've all played Diablo. Your loot should be your own. If you see ammo and you see some guy pick it up, it doesn't mean it disappears.
Yes, that kind of.
You should have your own set of ammo too. I mean, and again, it should be balanced for stuff like that.
I can understand it kind of in this sense because maybe they're going for a work together teamwork kind of thing. But
that's bullshit because every other dude, again, when you have any type of co-op online, you're gonna be with a bunch of randos, and this dude is just want to grind his ass off because that dude who played Escape, he was willing to play with us, but what did he do? He ran to the first supply room, grabbed everything, and we're like, oh shit, he grabbed it all.
Yes, that made me mad.
And now we can't play. we
Yeah.
we couldn't fight, and so I was like, Jake's like, "Hey, I got a gun too," and I'm like, "Duh." Jake's like, "Hey, I need help over here." I'm like, "Hey, it's fucking great. Y'all two motherfuckers stuck to two first supply caches. I'm still sitting here with a fucking pistol. I grabbed an enforcer off one dude. They left me with 10 rounds of ammo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bye. But and then we got into versus
Yes.
mode,
Oh,
and
my
the
bread and
versus
butter.
mode is a lot of fun. I
love
told Jake before I started, I was like, dude, you're gonna see a whole different animal once you see me playing. And
Yeah.
I got back into the multiplayer phase of myself, and I'm willing to try it. I don't like the fact that I played a match, got MVP, and only got like 5 iron.
That iron situation, it pisses me off. It really does. It really wants you to buy it. That's the thing.
Of course it does.
That's the incentive. But like, you should be able to earn a respectable amount off of playing. Like, if you get MVP, give me like 75 of that shit. Don't give me 5. Kidding me? What am I gonna do with that?
Yeah, or I don't know. It just seemed like every match I was getting 5 iron. It didn't matter what I was doing.
Yeah,
it was like,
true.
hey, here you go, 5 iron. I'm like, it's great.
It's like a participation trophy.
Yeah,
You get some.
Here's a smiley sticker. I was like, great. Let me see. Just to get a supply drop, it's 1,000. See, 1,000 divided by 5. I got to play this many matches. Like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I like playing online games for the online part. If I was more into cosmetic shit, again, we've talked about this shit before. I like working towards it. The first Modern Warfare had the cosmetic shit down pat. I love that.
Yes,
challenges, all that other stuff.
Yeah, to get like so many headshots to get a gold camo. I think it was like so many headshots, like so many kills and challenges and shit.
Yeah, and it was just you had to get 300 headshots with one particular gun to get that golden.
Oh, okay.
And that just showed that you just fucking played the fuck out of that with that weapon, and that's great. And I get that in the nuance of the art phase of today's society, there should be more venues for artists that want to develop their own type of stuff. So there's just a variation that they could keep uploading into a server-based thing where, because that's kind of how I think it's starting to go. But still, the money situation, I'm just like, there should be challenges. I mean,
there should be a way to earn it every time.
There should be a nice, easy, I don't have to, just set my alarm clock for 6 a.m. and play till 6 p.m. every day for 3 years until the next game comes out just to get every goddamn facet out of the game. Like, I'm going to play the game as it is without the cosmetic shit. And I feel really bad for those who are putting money into that, because
I mean, you're putting a lot of fucking money into that shit. There's like,
dude,
the prices are insane.
The highest one is $100.
Wait, you gears?
Check out the add-ons. I was like, oh shit, what are the add-ons for the game? I was like,
oh my god,
oh, those kinds of add-ons. I kind of miss,
They pull like, did they pull a Fallout 76 and just make everything so insanely pricey? Did they make like a hammer in Fallout 76 like $65 or some shit?
I don't remember. It's just that
crazy how much money people are willing to spend.
It's that entire thing. And I mean, the UK recently started filing their preparations to start to take legal action for some of these games.
They're cracking down on it.
I loved it. That one woman, it was like, oh, they're just surprise mechanics.
Surprise mechanic. We don't even know what's in them. I fucking asked you to. Or no, we don't even know the odds. I think that's what it said.
Yeah, and so what I absolutely loved about that was not only after all that did Grand Theft Auto was like, hey,
a whole
casino and resort, baby, in Grand Theft Auto 5.
To be honest,
pay real money. I was like, wow, Rockstar.
Yeah.
You don't need to go that low. And I was like, they have that way of taking society and making fun of it.
That is true. I never thought of it that way.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, man, did you drop that at the right time? Because, Rockstar is always, the the radio. They're always making
Yes.
fun of, you know what I mean, the type of radio stations that you would listen to, and they would do it in such a humorous way. And when I saw that casino drop, my first thought was those greedy cocksucking sons of.
Wait a minute.
I was like, I think they're just having a laugh at this.
You know what's crazy? This is awesome. Or not awesome, but sad. NBA 2K20 just came out. They have a My Team mode where you can buy cards, sell cards, all that fun stuff. What they did is that they put slot machines in a roulette wheel, and they made it so where
the where you drop the ball and it goes around pegs till you land on something.
Did you saw this whole thing?
Yeah, of course I fucking saw it, dude.
And like
I was laughing my ass off. This was right after that entire meeting.
Yeah.
When they had EA and all those dudes were shitting their pants. 2K's like, yo, hold my beer, son. We got slot machines in the casino and shit, but it's still like a basketball game. I'm like,
and it's still rated E. Like the ESRB hasn't even cracked down on it. It's literally gambling, and they're trying to defend it.
Right. And like, I'm all for playing a game, getting into a different realm, escaping the reality that's around me. But I'm not willing to escape the reality that's around me because I escape the reality around me because I don't like it being run by government dickheads that just have a shit ton of money and want to hoard it all.
Yep.
Some of them ain't so bad. The other 90% of them are like just complete fucking dicks. So I don't really want to escape reality and go into that asshole's reality. I'm like, oh, you want to escape to my reality? You gotta fucking pay a subscription for that. Like, no. I don't. Now I'm back to reality again, and now I hate life playing this game, and I'm gonna ask for a refund. But dear God, did this boy Zupple get so fucking angry yesterday?
Dude,
he wanted to get so good, and I'm sitting there. I was like, this is what got the coding down for me with the matchmaking shit. Was we were doing really well.
We were fucking destroying.
The matchmaking decided to say, good for you. It's time to up your game. And Jake was like, oh, fucking game, this fucking shit. And he's freaking the fuck out. And there's all this shit's going on. He's, God fucking damn it. He's freaking out left and right. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude, this guy's, holy shit. I was like, Jake, it's a matchmaking thing, dude. It's based on your skill level. If you do too good, it's going to throw you in a match with a bunch of fucking elite guys. They don't sleep. Jake's like, that's not it. It's a fucking game, man. It's not fucking, it ain't working right. It ain't working right. And I'm just like, all right, dude.
Yeah, I got a little passionate. My chair felt that. And I'm getting better, though.
He farts when he's very frustrated.
It's in a feel. That's not the reason why it's brown, right?
Oh.
That's leather.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the center.
Something about
part
gears.
Of the chair that's just brown leather, not the rest of it. Yeah.
Something about gears brings out a primal rage, and I've seen it in a lot of streamers and a lot of YouTube creators who make content on the game. And there's PUBG levels of insanity where you're just punching your it's Fortnite actually, punching your keyboard. I've seen that shit, and I'm thinking like I would never do that. My hand, however, that can take the punch, but not my keyboard. I paid a lot for that. In this.
Still, you're gonna feel that when you're 50. I'm just saying.
I'm already feeling it now. It's not good. I'm just gonna start putting pillows here. That would just be more. That'd make more sense. But speaking of people who go insane, Florida Man. You all know that we did the Florida Man segment, but unfortunately, there's only like literally 2 headlines. One of them I didn't want to share because it's kind of gruesome. But these 2 are actually kind of funny. All right, so Florida man with death tattooed on his face breaks out of a psychiatric hospital under police custody. And Florida man arrested after pulling gun on McDonald's employee who gave them cold burgers. And I chose this one because it kind of it brought up a story, and I want to share it with you guys. You especially, right? So one time I used to work at McDonald's, and your boy was about 15 or 16. Yeah, I was about 15. And the nighttime shift was coming to an end, so I was getting out of there. I was working with my ex-girlfriend at the time. I'm not gonna say her name, I'm about to name drop it. But I was working with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and I was just getting out of the doors. As soon as I was walking out, I saw a guy who was passing by me. I said, "Hey, what's up?" He just didn't respond. He kept going. So I got on my bike and I start riding, and I get past the bridge. Police cruiser stops me and say, "Hey, where'd you come from?" And I'm just thinking, "Oh, fucking, I came from work. Where do you work?" "McDonald's." So he starts talking on his radio, and then he's like, "Okay, no, you're good. Go ahead." I thought that was strange. So I get home, and then I wake up the next day, and I hear on the news, McDonald's was robbed at 11:05. I walked out at 11:03. I missed that. That motherfucker who came through, he had a hood up. That was the guy who robbed them at gunpoint. My ex-girlfriend at gunpoint. That's crazy shit. So I missed that by like this much. If I would have turned around, I probably would have saw it too. I would have saw that whole thing going on.
Probably would have made $50 too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck, I would have.
What, you would have robbed someone?
No, but if the robber was like, "Shh, don't fucking say anything," it throws me 100. Like, well, those motherfuckers have been paying me $6.15 an hour. I just worked a 12-hour shift. Thanks, dude. That's a fucking hell of a tip. Cops say, "Hey, did you see anybody?" "Nah, dude."
Damn thing.
It's like, you know.
Yeah. So
What? Oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault. Jesus Christ!
It's hard out here, man. Hard
Pay
out
me
here.
a dickhead's fucking wage. I'm gonna be a dickhead.
I think at that time it was like $11 an hour. Now it's like, I think it's actually $15
When
an
you
hour.
were 15.
Yeah, it was. Oh no, that's right. It was probably.
Jake, buddy.
It was probably like 10 or maybe 9.
I don't know how many times I got to tell you this. We're not actually doing a podcast. Just for those folks out there that don't know, we're not actually doing a podcast. Jake has been in institutionalized for a while, and you know,
I'm that guy. I'm that guy who broke out of that psychiatric hospital.
You know, I've been a psychiatrist for damn near 10 years, and I just can't seem to break him out of it. But
Yeah.
I figured that recording these sessions over time and then uploading them on something that he would be doing and he's taking control of, you know, would make him feel good. So
yeah, that's what the whole ScaRy channel is.
yeah, it's you know, it's all part of the process. Sadly.
It's like it's me impersonating somebody else. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Yeah. Jake.
So would you ever get a tattoo on the face anywhere near the chrome dome?
Me? No.
Would
I only get tattoos like from people who have been like really close to me. Oddly enough, like there was one buddy that I knew for like 10, 11 years, and that's where that tattoo came from.
you put it on you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I got another one on the back part of my calf that another guy knew for like 8 or 9 years. You know, I was like, "Well, shit, dude. If you want to, you know, do some testing." He goes, "You want me to tattoo you?" He's like, "I haven't done that before." I was like, "Okay. I'm not a little bitch. I mean, you know, you fucking jab me with that thing, I'm gonna stick it up your ass. But you know,
yeah.
dude, like I like the way you draw, so you know, I'm allowing you to tattoo me. You want to do it on me or somebody that just gave you $600, and you're gonna be fucking afraid of it?" He goes, "Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh man."
You know my luck though. Like someone would tattoo a dick on me, I'd have no idea. Especially if it was on my calf.
You would know just because of the lengthy process it takes for a tattoo. Like
you would like kind of make out the shape.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what if he's just drawing Squidward and it has like a long nose? He starts with the long nose first. Never know. It could be very artsy.
Have you ever gotten a tattoo?
I have never gotten a tattoo. Not even once in my life.
Yeah. Again.
And I
experience the tattoo first, and then come back to me and go, "Yeah, you know, I'd kind of notice that. You know, it's like, you know,
I want to get my first like thing. I want to start a sleeve, and I want to get it start actually pretty, like in a place where it doesn't really hurt, like up here in like the shoulder area, and start it from here, go down, or however comfortable they feel with either going from here up and whatnot. But I want to get a sleeve and like have all the family members that I've had. Like I know it's gonna be a shit ton of money, but, like all the family members that I've had pass and like have it all down here. I feel like that'd be a good idea. It's not something I regret. It's something personal, something that would start a conversation. So
That's how they all should be.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to have like Chuck Norris tattooed like right here, mowing your lawn, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I've seen tattoos where motherfuckers it just shows somebody mowing the lawn and like they shave their pubes accordingly to that motion. It was pretty funny. I mean, I would definitely do that. It's not like you're gonna see it. Well, maybe if you go to the beach, you'd see a head poking out of the trunks.
Yeah, that's usually just personal basis, really. When people see my arm tattoo, they like, oh fuck. God, when somebody describe it as, it was like they were like, oh yeah, the old hazardous symbol, and I was like, excuse me.
No, that's more of a cyclone than anything.
I was like, do you know anything about Nordic mythology, or are you just born stupid? I mean, and they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, the 3 cups, and he's like, huh? I was like, if you want me to educate you, that's fine. But if you're just gonna walk away out of this and start drinking paint, I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Sniffing
You know
glue.
what I mean? And it was one of those people that were like, and I was just like, okay, you're holding your mouth open. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about, but move it along for that one. But everybody gets like half the tattoos I have like mixed up. Like the one on my calf is Kelvin from Calvin and Hobbes. And they're like, oh yeah, I see that guy in the back of Ford's pissing on stuff. And I was like, do you have any idea who Bill Matterson is? No, who's that? Never mind. I don't want to talk to you. God, fucking people don't know anything. So, like, me getting tattoos, it should be personal. And
Yes.
again, it's usually personal basis type stuff. I don't know. I'm a guy. I like to see a good tramp stamp every now and again.
Dude, I was thinking about it. No, just kidding.
That's just me. You know what I mean?
I was, my dream tattoo for the longest time was to have a cyclops on my ass and make my asshole the eye. Because I wanted to do that, and then when I go to moon somebody, like one of my friends say, so I just
Are
go,
you
bam.
showing your asshole?
Yeah, it's the pressed ham, dude. You ever had the pressed ham happen to you? Where your friends just press their ass against the window and like that's it, and you just see it. You've never seen it. It's happened in movies and everything.
No, Jake. I usually have been around civilized people. I mean, I have seen. Now, you want to go crazy with it. This was way back when I was in high school. Some dude was really God, it was like another quiet guy. I was the quiet guy in high school.
It's always
I really didn't like anybody,
and
I really never got along with anyone in my peer group. But there was this one other guy who was really nice to me, and he offered me a ride home at one point in time. And he was one of those like cool, like laid back, popular guys.
Oh yeah, there's always one of them. The guy who's always nice to everybody.
And yeah, and he was real nice to me, and it was like pouring rain. It was like storming out. I had to walk like a mile and a half home, and I don't give a fuck. I walk home. And he offered me, I said, sure, yeah, man, that sounds good. Now, the first time I ever get in this man's car, mind you, I sit in his car. His car's very clean. Not a spot on his windows. He's, you could tell his dad had some money.
Yeah.
I get in there and I shut the door. And as soon as I shut the door, he starts his car, and one of his buddies whips his dick out and just starts flapping it all over his window.
What the fuck?
Just like left to right, left to right, left to right, baby. And I'm sitting there like, he knows why I don't like people. You know what I mean? He was one of those guys that got along with everybody, because I've turned into the same exact way.
Yep.
And because he got along with everybody, he got along with the crazy people. And one of the crazy people just rubbed his dick all over his car window. And it was like smeary. His whole window was like oily and shit.
Oh, what did you say?
Again, he just started driving. It was very quiet. And I was just staring at him.
You're like, what the fuck, dude? Why didn't you say
I was
anything?
like, so, we going to talk about the dick on the window, or is it? He starts laughing. He's like, dude. He's like, I'm really sorry. I was like, are you? He goes, he was like, dude. He's like, I understand why you don't like society and why you don't want to be a part of it. He's like, but that's just some of the recourse. I was like, no, I think you just proved to me why I don't want to be in any part of civilized society. I was like, you know, this is my first time in your car, dude. Like,
and that's what
he's
happens.
like, he was like, I know, and you know, and this is how cool he was. He was like, you know what? I'll offer you a ride again, and if you deny it, I'll take it as that, man. You know, I won't look down on you for it. I was like, all right. Maybe if I say yes, could you, you know, maybe keep a lookout for window dick guy next time and kind of prepare me for that, you know? I was like, buddy, like I'm 16 years old. I really didn't want to look at another man's dick at all.
Wow, that's one hell of a story, dude.
But yeah, that's a little basis of my childhood. Now, if that were happened to today, oh my god, you see the people that would freak out over it. Oh my god, he's sexually harassing that other man. Like, again, in this day and age, people are so goddamn uptight about everything. Me, I'm just like, okay, dick on a window, great.
I just roll the window down, roll it back up, like real fast, and then start driving.
Yeah, they weren't that fast even back then.
No. Well, if you had the crank, you could really fucking do it, but with the mechanical ones, not really.
This is how, you know, calm and relaxed he was. He just, you know,
just
sat there as this, you know, thing was flapping against his left ear.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's pretty much all that he was hearing, and he just went, turn the car on, drive, don't make eye contact, go.
Oh my god, dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
so I never had an experience like that. The only time that I've had an experience with asshole being put on a window was at parties and stuff like that. When everybody was having a couple drinks, and there was a couple more drinks that they had when they shouldn't have, and then we're outside on the porch, we look back, and about 15 pressed hams right there, just assholes for days, both literally and metaphorically.
mm-hmm.
And it was a sight. It was like a work of art. If art looked like shit.
Yeah.
Well, I know that me and you have been to our fair share of drinking get-togethers, not necessarily parties, but drinking get-togethers.
Yeah, your ass has never showed up at one of those.
Yeah, well,
and again, I don't understand society, so I don't know if I should ask you.
Well, I would never do it in a woman's presence. Let's just be honest here. It's like, I was not gonna show Kelsey my raw asshole. That is just not gonna happen. But say a bunch of guys get around, we're just fucking around.
Why?
Bam. Well, only if I have
Kelsey's
another person
one of the dudes, man. She's one of the few women.
She's one of the. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
That might.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I hope not.
Just to get you to jump 10 feet back, and that's why I love Kelsey.
You know, I can see that.
She might. She might do that, and she would just look at me and go, I've always wanted to do that too, man. And I would just be like, oh my god, I love you, Kelsey. I do. I love her to death.
She's crazy,
she's
but
one
she's
of those,
amazing.
Yeah, she's one of those people that, you know, she's a woman, but she's one of the guys too. And I love that. When you bought me Ghost Recon Wildlands, I was just amazed by everything you could just do.
It was so much fun. We should really get back into that.
Just how broken that game was, dude. Do you remember when we took a helicopter and just slammed it into one of those convoys, and the helicopter took no damage, but it destroyed the convoy?
Yes. Yes,
Like
dude. It
I
was a
sat
tank.
there, like everybody was like, "What are you doing, Ryan?" I was like, "I just want to see what happens." Mike's like, "We're gonna fucking die, dude!" And the fucking helicopter just went kerchunk, like embedded it into a fucking wall, and the helicopter was fine. Convoy's destroyed. There's blood, guts, and ass all over the place. Helicopter, I just get up and fly away from it. This is to like mission complete, you know, whatever XP rewards that popped up on the screen came up. I was just like,
It reminds me of the gyrocopter from 7 Days. Looking back
yeah,
on it.
yeah, but that helicopter actually worked. That was a
That
AAA
is
game,
that is true. That is very true. It
and
actually worked.
that is one of the most broken games I've ever played to this day. It was
Dude,
Wildlands. Like,
there's that new one coming out. The new Tom Clancy Ghost Recon game coming out. I forgot what it was called, but dude, it looks so good. Like there's actual survival aspects to it. It's not so not really cartoony, but it's not so arcadish. It's really
right?
cool, and I like it. I think me and you are gonna have a blast on it. Cause I definitely want to get that shit.
I don't know, man. Ubisoft is like a company I really don't even want to be.
Alright, so Ubisoft has been
Really
really
don't like
making some
Ubisoft.
good. They've been making some good shit recently. That
Like,
the Assassin's Creed, they rebooted that. It's more like an RPG. It hits hard. I love it, dude. Origins and Odyssey. They're doing really well with the Assassin's Creed series now. Now that they're actually taking the time to do it instead of making one like every year. So we're just gonna forget that Unity ever existed, right?
is this before, during, or after Odyssey had that level 30 lock off shit?
I don't remember that. I'm not sure,
Nope.
but they've had a really good track record as of recently.
You
And
don't remember the fact that you went through the campaign and it went from like, you got to be level 30, and you're like, okay, well, I've been going right along this whole time because the first mission was level 1, the next mission was level 2. Then it's gonna get a little harder, and you're like, okay, it's cool, you know. So you're level 5, and they're like, okay, here's a mission that's like level 6 or 7. Then you get to level 30, and it's like, all right, you doing the campaign, doing your thing. You're level 30. Next mission level, like 60. And you're like, whoa. Doesn't matter, you know, like what the hell you do, you're just dead. Dead, 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 dead. And I was like, I got to that point, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Why
yeah,
can't I do this?
it just
And
jumped
I was
straight.
like, I looked up a game guide online. It was like, and once you get to level 30, don't forget to grind your ass off for 65 hours. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's padding.
Yeah,
I don't need padding.
everything up to that point was good. Except for that
Yeah,
part.
and it was, and I liked Origins. Origins was fun enough.
Yes, it
That was
was. Yeah.
pretty decent. But Odyssey was just like, they get something and they're like, let's fuck it up.
That's Ubisoft's way, man.
I'm like,
Ubisoft's way.
guys, keep it the way it was. It was fine. Like, it's okay.
Watch Dogs has been getting some pretty good rep recently with their
Of course they have. You could play as an old bitch.
Watch Dogs 2 and like Legion coming. I did.
Legion, that's what it was.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I want to get that so bad. I want to play that.
Everybody was watching E3, right? Everybody was watching E3. Everybody's watching E3. Ubisoft comes up. They start throwing, you know, the Tom Clancy games out there. I'm still one of those guys. It's like, come on, another Splinter Cell. Come on, another Splinter Cell. I just want like another one, baby. Just come on, give me something. Like, hasn't happened in like 5 years, so I've given up on that. And then they're like, and Watch Dogs Legion, and like the first trailer that they show was like, you could take over old people and shit. You could just sit there walking around on a cane and stuff. And like the internet exploded that day. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to fucking take control of Granny, baby.
Dude,
And
yes.
I'm just like, that's the hype.
Damn
It's
right.
the whole hype train for this game.
Take over
Take
grandma.
control of grandma. Nothing else about the game concerns you. There was nothing in it. Like, nobody was like, hell yeah, for like the new hacking mechanics, man. It was just like, yeah, play as grandma. I'm like,
Dude,
right.
simple interest, man. That's what sells.
I really don't understand, but to each their own, I guess.
Granny sells copies, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I just don't.
I'm really interested in actually playing the game though. I gotta catch up on the Watch Dogs series.
I didn't see anything too much interesting. Watch Dogs was pretty decent for what it was, given the E3 scandal that they went through. Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah. Watch Dogs 2, like they
could have done better.
It was a drastic change in what they did with Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 1 was a bit bland for me, but I haven't played Watch Dogs 2 yet, but from what I've read and what I've seen, it looks pretty good. And I can't then Watch Dogs Legion Granny Edition, dude. I'm all for it. I really am. I'm all for it. We gotta co-op some Watch Dogs 2 though, because I would love to do that.
Hopefully, it was dirt cheap.
Yeah, then G2A, something. Speaking of G2A,
yeah, it's the Friday Editions podcast. Is Borderlands 3 out then?
It is now. Yes, Borderlands.
Now.
Yep, Borderlands 3 is out.
Finally.
Yep, I get paid next Wednesday, so you best believe I'm getting that shit.
I'm gonna play the wait and see game.
You're gonna wait for the reviews.
I can't trust anything these days, dude.
That's
2K.
True.
2K
Used to be the leaders.
What talk about?
Yeah, used to be the innovators.
Just talk about NBA 2K edition, the new one that came out with the slots and shit. Like, I can understand that Gearbox has its own pull and say in what they do, and I hope that they keep it good.
Yes.
I was really like blown away just by the simple fact it was like loot, shoot and loot, and then they just showed like a gun shooting guns. I was like,
yes.
Not like, ammo, like bullets. They were like pickups. You could just sit there and fire away. Guns were flying everywhere. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
I feel like Gearbox knows their audience when it comes.
I do. I'm just like, man,
you just never know. It's so
because they also did Rage 2.
Gearbox did?
They did Rage, and I think they did Rage 2.
I thought that was Bethesda.
It probably was a combination of sorts.
Maybe a collaboration.
Probably. I liked Rage. Rage 2.
I played the original Rage. I just haven't played Rage 2 yet.
Well, just put it into perspective. It's on sale now on Steam for $20.
Is it fucking? It just came out.
Check your Steam store page, dude.
I'll have to check it after.
$19.79. I was like, wow.
Oh my god.
I was like, that's might be a hard pass for me.
There might be a reason why it's on. I saw Co-Carnage play it, and it looked like Doom with a Rage coding. Like the movement looked like Doom. Like it looked very smooth. There wasn't really a running animation. You were just kind of moving and you had your gun. Like you weren't like sprinting like that. So, I mean, it looked pretty decent.
Yeah, it did. And there's when a game goes on sale, like after it just came out, like you said, it's $20. I'm just like,
that's a red flag. That's what happened to Anthem. That shit went on sale like fucking 2 months after, because nobody was playing it.
Motherfucker, I saw Anthem at the Walmart that you work at for $8.30.
What, you did?
You work in the electronics section, dude. You didn't see it?
No, that has to be new.
Go find the Anthem. It's in a case. It says Anthem right on it, and below there's a, it's not like like the actual like stickers. It's like one of those like little postcards, big letters, $8.50.
Fucking buy it. We're trying to get rid of it.
Wow.
We were having trouble getting rid of those copies too. They've just been sitting on the shelves. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, I wish I could talk to those people, man. That is great entertainment for people like you and me that don't have a lot of money.
I mean, $8, dude. That's a pretty good deal for what Anthem is.
I mean, this isn't just about Anthem, but I've seen the other pile. And you can tell that because the managers aren't looking at it and the workers are avoiding it, because if a manager sees the worker by the pile, they're going to say, hey, throw all that in the garbage. And the worker doesn't want to do that. And the manager doesn't want to see anyone do that. So everybody's just avoiding that section of the electronics section at Walmart. And there's just a bunch of garbage piling around. Like, give it away. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the publishers have obviously said, like, I mean, you can try and make a couple bucks off of it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, they're really hurting right now for Anthem. And I'm surprised that they haven't started selling it with consoles like how Bethesda did with Fallout 76. They're selling it with PS4 consoles and shit.
There's only certain types of things that can be sold with consoles, like Knack.
Oh, those little arcade. Yeah, I guess. But what was it? Fallout 76 that started getting sold with consoles in like different stores.
Did it?
It did. They started shipping it with consoles because nobody's fucking buying it. And now Fallout 76, since it's a live service game, is actually getting better and better. And Bethesda's actually doing something with it. Well, they have been, to be fair, they have been.
You know, we are in a different day and age. When I was a kid, and my dad, after I begged and pleaded with him to get me a Super Nintendo, he got me the Super Nintendo with Donkey Kong Country in it.
Damn right.
I was like, fuck yeah. Now that game wasn't terrible. It was pretty good. I played it for years. It's like, one of my favorite all-time classics to play. I love it to death. I know every level back and forth. I know where to get all the secrets. I know where all the animals are at.
Just like GoldenEye.
Yeah, like they used to sell good games. And again, this is the Nintendo there, because Nintendo has always been a good company.
Yes, they have.
And they were one of the few reasons why I bought a Switch brand new.
Just notice how all of their games, they're completed.
Well, that's just that they're not afraid to tell you that they fucked up. Like, that was the reason why Anthem was shit, was because if you saw the trailers, there was like in-game footage of these huge monstrous robots walking around this battlefield and stuff, and
it wasn't in the game.
You were walking around it, and when it, you know what I mean, like I saw, like Angry Joe and every other one that was reviewing it, they were like, okay, this was at E3. Like they were showing like gameplay footage of like this huge war going on, and you were in that huge war, and they're like, cinematic.
Yes, you weren't actually able to participate in that war.
Right, and I was just like, what? I don't want to play another shooter. That's what Warframe is. I have that already. Like,
that's what Destiny is.
Yeah, like, I haven't played Destiny because I played Warframe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't play Destiny. That's just weird.
And notice how games like Destiny, the publishers like Bungie, as soon as they got out of Activision shit, like they parted ways with them, they're not getting flack anymore. They're actually doing stuff with their game. I haven't heard a bad thing about Destiny 2 in a very long time.
It's because they signed with Blizzard, and Blizzard sadly works with Activision.
They signed with Blizzard after they parted ways with Activision?
If you open your Battle.net launcher now, if you have one, Destiny 2 is the only way to launch it.
Well, that was there before. That was there when they partnered with Activision. Because Activision launches all their games on PC, or almost all their games on PC through the Blizzard .net thing. But yeah, it's still on. Like it has to be for now. I think with the release of D3, when they do that, it's not going to be through Blizzard's thing. But since they're now parted ways with them, I don't see a reason why they would. They'd probably like release it on Steam and all that.
Yeah,
the Epic Store, because they'll get a bigger cut. I can see that coming too.
Well, that's just that is they need to take the time to learn that they can work on things and still have it be great. Like Warframe has been free and it still is getting updates to this day. I played it way back when it first, like 2011 or something, 2010, when like the beta was out.
Wow, I didn't even know it was that old.
Yeah, like it might have been maybe 2012. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on it. But I remember like first playing, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. You didn't have much to go on. You had a ship. Didn't know much about the ship.
Yep.
I just remember tight gameplay, tight combat, tight mechanic,
Very fluid.
and everything was fluid. You can't figure anything out for the life of you, which again was something that I loved about it because people that were just, again, like Gears 5. You buy Gears 5, it comes with Horde mode, everybody's getting into it. With Warframe, you got to figure out what to do.
It doesn't hold your hand. It's one of the few.
Well, I'm in a ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, like if Gears 5 went that way that Warframe did, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But
Yeah.
when we joined when our first match, again, we're going right back to our beginning topic. When our first match was just the coolest thing in the world, and then it's like, all right, casual players, go on.
Yep.
Like, everybody's being picky, you know what I mean? One guy quits out because he's on a Wi-Fi connection and it's laggy. Like, dude, like
You really have to play with a squad on that game.
and that's what kills me is in this day and age, I figured it would be at least somewhat commendable. I was seeing this shit in Modern Warfare 3, actually in Black Ops with zombies. People go in and leave, go in and leave, go in and leave, go in and leave. You ain't playing this right. He fucking quits out, and I'm sitting there left alone playing zombie. I'm like, what the fuck? You do this shit single player.
Yep.
You want to play with somebody or not, dude? Like,
you got to remember too, we're also doing cross-platform with console players, so a lot of that connection, it's probably still a little janky, and I know we're still running off NAT type for that whole NAT type thing, but
again, it's to me, like, I can understand if the game doesn't play, but these were people that were playing several rounds.
Like sometimes it's level 50 and they would still quit out.
Yeah, so like, they didn't like the way we played, or we played differently, or we weren't helping them out, or they died
because they were rushing.
It's the other thing I can't stand is somebody dies, like, fucking out of here, I quit. And I'm like, dude, you wait a minute, calm the fuck down. You'll come back in the next round. We got this. You died on your side. You want to have two sides. It's cool.
Yep. We'll each hold down the fort.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, I died, man. I was like, we've been here for a half an hour. Really? You just gonna quit?
Halfway through the shit? Dude, that's happened so many times. God.
Round 24 out of 50, you know what I mean? So me and Jake figured out, fuck, there's 50 waves. It's fucking cool as shit. Nope. People quit now. I think the farthest we got was the round 24. And then we're like, all right.
We got to start adding the people who we go the full length with. So that way we can bring them in, party up, and go in. I mean, yeah, we don't have to talk to each other, which is fine. But, like, if we know that we're going to go the whole way, it's just a good idea, I think, to start adding people.
I think it's just a good idea to educate people. This isn't a dating site, guys. You can't just drop out at the first fucking bad feeling you get. You know what I mean? Like, we're all going to be here and we all might die.
I mean, if she eats toenails, it's okay. You can still work with it,
Yeah, like, fuck, dude. We don't even have voice chat on. You know what I mean? I could be sitting here in my underpants, butt-ass naked playing with you. You don't know. Fuck. Yep. Maybe the other guy that doesn't speak is sitting there butt-ass naked while you're playing, and he's one of the best people out there. You're going to quit out because he's sitting there butt-ass naked? Like, you can't just do that shit. That shit drives me nuts. Play the fucking game.
Maybe it makes you play better butt-ass naked,
Well, again, I don't give a fuck. But again, it's a video game. This isn't a dating site. Quit fucking dropping out because, and there have been connectivity issues, but these people were there.
Yeah.
If there were connectivity issues, it wouldn't have happened, like, it would have happened in the beginning.
Like, I went through that. Yeah, because I dropped out of the game because the whole game just froze on me. Or not froze, but, like, everybody was running in place in the lobby because the connection was taking a dump. Now this shit happens, and I had to quit out of that perfectly good horde mode.
But, yeah. But you were also able to join into my game.
Yes, that's true. It's very true.
So, yeah, there was that thing as well. So, like, it just... So many picky people this day and age.
Feel like this podcast is just the in my day. That's gonna be the whole
Back in
topic.
my day.
Back in my day, I could take a shit in the public bathroom and nobody would have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd do it anyway. I thought it was funny just to let out a giant fart and like the motherfucker in the next stall over would knock on the stall and be like, "Yo, good job on that one. Hey, thanks, man. Let's hear yours next." He'll fart. He'll shit his pants. I'll be like, "Wait,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
Yeah, what you got to do is like fart and then like make a lot of noise, hurry up, and then just run.
So shit and get.
Pretty much scare the living hell out of that guy. Because if you fart like that and like pull your pants up real quick and like run out of there, the guy's gonna be sitting there like,
"The fuck was that?"
what,
Did he just spray the wall?
is something going on? I missed something? What's going on?
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I was working at the state park when I was around 16. This is right after the McDonald's job. I was working at a state park, and I was on maintenance duty. I had my buddy Sean and this one old woman who had like, she missed all of her teeth up here and down here except for like two long ones that went up. It was like an upside down vampire. But we were going out. We were cleaning some stalls. We went to this bathroom. We got out of a little cart and started going in there. We're cleaning the sinks. Then we just hear this guy come in. He's like, "Yo," and he looks like he's in a rush. He's like, "Yo, is that stall open?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." He's like, "Oh, thanks." Goes down, sits down, locks in, handlebars for extra power squeeze, and just starts fucking going. Like, we're hearing what sounds like death in there. And after he's done, he gets up. I swear to God, as soon as he got up, he flushed the toilet, got out. I didn't even think he had time to wipe his ass. He looks at me and Sean, and he says, "I'm sorry," and then he just walks out. And I'm sitting there looking at Sean, and I'm like, "All right, buddy, you're cleaning that up." And he's like, "The fuck I am. You're cleaning that up." So we go in there, we take a look. This motherfucker shot shit from the toilet seat up. I don't know how he did it, but it went from the toilet seat up into the wall. And it's like he went down, took a shit, thought he was done, stood up and bent over, and then shit on the wall.
I'm being way too analytical about this. How big was the guy?
He was a short guy, or not a short guy. He was a skinny guy, skinny
Jesus
dude.
Christ!
And he must have had something really bad for dinner. And then I look at Sean again. I'm like, "All right,
really good."
I'm looking at Sean. I'm like, "All right, rock paper scissors shoot to see who gets it." Of course, I fucking lost, so I had to clean up the whole thing.
Where were you working at?
Well, I don't want to name drop it right now. This podcast.
Because you're working there?
All right, Cayuga Lake State Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bathroom, right? You know, there's drains in the holes. You know, there's a hose, right? You don't
had to
actually
use
have
the hose. No, we had to use the hose, but
That's okay. It's what I was gonna say was like, you know, like
I wasn't gonna hand clean that.
I worked at Wendy's once, and I noticed every time I took a shit in that place that there was like a sewer drain in the bathroom, and somebody's like, "Oh, you know, somebody like, you know, did something weird," and I said there was like, you know, and the manager's like, "Yeah, go get you some washcloths." I was like, "Washcloths, motherfucker, you better go get me a hose."
Yeah, because I ain't cleaning that shit.
He's like, no. I said, "No. If you don't give me a hose, I'm leaving.
I'm not cleaning that with my hands.
Aren't going anywhere near that. I will get the residue off if there's any left. But there's storm drains in here.
Yeah.
Specifically for this reason. You do know that, right?" He's like, "Oh, man, I gotta go get the hose." And he, he's, like, frustrated because I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm ruining his day. I gotta break the hose out now. I gotta do it." I'm like, "Dude, like, I'll get the hose. What the hell? Like,
What's wrong with you, man? Yeah.
like, I didn't grow up as a farm boy, but I grew up kind of half and half. I grew up half in the country, half in the city. So I know what to do, but I can also pull my own weight. So I can also get lost, but I also enjoy myself a good slice of pizza. Thank God for New York.
Oh my God.
But
yeah, New York pizza, the best.
But like the manager was like scoffing and getting all angry because he had to break out a hose, and I'm like, dude, who cares? I'm not like sorry for inconveniencing your life because I don't want to go touch poopy with a fucking rag.
Yeah,
Ain't doing it.
I wouldn't even touch that shit with a fucking 10-foot pole. Give
You
me
know
a
what I mean?
hose though. I can mow that shit down. But like, if it's like a giant shit that's intact and it's on the ground, like they somehow miss while on the toilet, then sometimes you gotta break out the old towel and throw that shit away. Or throw it back.
Yeah, they have shovels too.
That's true. That's very true.
I don't know why the hell anybody would want to be using, I never understood that with kitchens. I can understand rags in a kitchen. The grill, maybe the fryer, around the fry area where it gets dropped off at. I ain't bringing that shit in a damn bathroom. I don't know where that person's been. You can get tapeworms from touching that crap. I don't care I don't care what chemical is on that. Like, no. Ain't happening. Like, I sit there with 2 pieces of paper and do the old scooping technique before I even get anywhere near there with a rag. Like, I don't know what that motherfucker's eating. I don't know what he's been doing. I ain't touching it, dude. That shit ain't happening with me.
Shooting up roids and that piece of shit can actually like beat the hell out of you.
I don't,
it's got arms,
fucking
man.
earthworm will jump out of his shit and start strangling me, dude. I don't know. I don't care. Go give me something I ain't got to touch this with a fucking rag with.
The alien from Alien vs. Predator will just come out of it.
Like, no.
It's a no for me.
Shit ain't happening. Literally. Even then, so
nice.
So, even then, like, so when the manager, showed me where the hose was, of course it was locked away.
Yeah, God forbid we're going to use it.
What?
Keep it on standby.
You corporate people, like, whoa, can't be giving our employees hoses now. Like,
you know what I would do? I would install it in the bathroom behind a locked door. Or like a locked little area. So that way, someone shits on the wall, you can break it out in an emergency.
Well, again, we're talking about corporate-owned restaurants, so there's not just garden hose attachments outside. Yeah. Because everybody was an asshole in the 1950s. Now there's a key to the garden hose fixture attachment, so he had to go find that key. I mean, so just give me the fucking key. Yeah. Well, what happens if something happens? Then you'll know it was me.
Yeah. But like, it's always going to be on their ass, and they're always protecting their ass too.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Put
a little trust in someone.
Yeah. Give people some responsibilities. You got to be treated like 2-year-olds. Again, I never got along with civilized society, so like I've had issues my whole life growing up with jobs and whatnot because I don't.
Yeah.
I see right through it, and Jake has seen this firsthand. I don't. Managers will look me straight in the face and say, "What the fuck's the matter with you? Why'd you do that?" I was like, "Because I'm a human being and I have rights." Sorry. You're not supposed to do that. Well, actually, okay, but still.
Yeah.
What's next on your segments?
Well, it is actually an hour and 10 minutes in, and you know what that means. Yeah, it's already been an hour and 10 minutes.
Beautiful.
So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching the ScaRy Podcast number 6. We're getting up there. We're almost in the double digits. Only about 4 more to go on that. If you guys want to buy some merch, you already know what to do. Link in the description down below. Code ForeverScaRy for 5% off. And 2-man crew today again. It was Mike's birthday today, so he's doing his thing. We're going to start recording these on Fridays instead of Sundays because of my new work schedule. I'm going to be working 12-hour days from Saturday till Tuesday. So I'm going to have 3 days off in a row, guaranteed, which is going to be amazing. So on those days I don't work, I'm going to be having them off.
Okay, so. just so I got some reference, just so for the folks at home know, the entire time, me and Jake must have spent a good 8 hours playing the campaign.
Yeah.
Jake, can you show me that bag?
Bag?
That bag.
What bag?
The bag.
This bag?
That you were eating out of for 8 fucking hours.
This bag. Dude, I was having Tex-Mex.
For 8 hours. That's all that I heard was that bag noise and crunching sounds for 8 hours playing with this guy. Somebody says I don't have any patience, I'm gonna punch him in the fucking mouth. That's all that I heard out of that guy for 8 hours. He was talking and
Dude, like I actually like had it up against Yep.
8 hours straight.
That's what it was.
I'm like, bruh.
Boy, it's farted. I hope you guys heard that, Mike.
But I thought you were eating beef jerky.
Dude, I had a burrito today.
Fucking hell.
Alright, before we get off track again, thank you so much for watching the podcast. We love you, and we'll see you next time.